Good morning, everyone. This is Tim, and I'm going to bring you some meals for about under $5 for a family of four. Now, what I already did is I already processed all the stuff. I cut everything up. It takes a few minutes. It's not a long video at all, but it's a delicious meal. All right, so what I have is I have a large crock pot. Okay. What I like to do is I like to mix everything together in the crock pot, and that way you don't have to wash a lot of dishes. So there we have some delicious beef, ground beef, okay? You can get whatever kind you want. What I like to do to save money is I go to a Whole Food supplier and set up an account with them. And this beef might be $4 a pound in your local supermarket. And I paid about $1.40 a pound. It's a nice mix. And that's how you start to save money right there. Now, what I have is I have some onions and celery cut up. Okay, there we go. That is about 8 ounces mixed, depending on how much you like, is what you put in. So we're going to dump them in there. A nice, decent amount. I do more celery than I do onion, because the kids really don't like onions too much, but I can sneak a few in there. Let's get a few more of those guys out. Okay. And these containers here too, to save money, when you set up your account at a Whole Food supplier, you can buy those. Those are deli cups and lids. You get a couple hundred of them. You can save them. It's great for measuring things. Another money saving tip. You know the crust that your kids don't like? My kids don't like the crust anyway. Guess what that is? Yeah, you guessed it. That's all the ends I cut off. And they're going to eat them. They just don't know it. Well, they know because they help cook. All right, so we're making our meatloaf here. Looks pretty good so far. I make this all the time. Very, very popular dish. So we have that there. So we're just going to kind of, move it around here, move it around, get all the ingredients in there. Okay. You'll also see in there some rye bread crust. Okay. The rye bread crust adds a nice little flavor. Okay. All right. And then we're also going to add some oats. Oats I also get in a 50-pound bag. All right. Save a lot of money there. That's 4 ounces. And also, these are called souffle cups. You can get them 4 ounces and 2 ounces. I have them both. All right. So you're just going to mix it around a little bit. In a few minutes here, I'm actually going to use my hand to form it. Okay. We're going to throw, here's a 2-ounce souffle cup I was telling you about. This is called the everything season. I used to own a bagel shop, and the season is onion, garlic, sesame, and poppy. Well, you know what? I've been using it to cook and on bagels, so boom, just throw that in there. It is so delicious. You don't have to add anything else. Now you can pick them up in bulk, but I wouldn't suggest that unless you're going to do an awful lot of cooking because it is 50-pound bags and they do run in between $50 and $100 depending on the season. So I actually have them myself because we do an awful lot of cooking. So it is cost effective for me, but you have to have a spot for it. What we're going to do is we're going to add 1 egg. Throw that bad boy in there. Okay. That kind of makes everything gel together. All right. So the hamburger that I have in here for my meatloaf is approximately 2.5 pounds. I didn't measure it out. I just kind of eye it. Now, what I like to do also is I like to add sausage to my mix. I didn't do that in this one because I didn't have any. So we like to use what we have. Looks like we're going to need another egg. We're going to grab another egg, throw that in there. Alrighty, here we go. All right, we're going to toss this other egg in there. There's the other egg. This just kind of keeps everything together. Now you're probably wondering, what am I going to do here? Am I going to add tomato sauce? Nah, we're not going to add tomato sauce. We like to keep it cheap. All right, so there we go. What we have is Worcestershire sauce. Okay, you're just going to sprinkle that in there. Okay, it gives it a nice bite. Now, I don't ever measure it, but I kind of want that to soak in. You know what I mean? Looks good. Looks good. All right. Everything should be wet pretty much. And then you want to kind of go around like this. If you're uncomfortable using your hands, some people don't like to do that. If you wash them and you dry them, you're good. Or you can wear gloves. Sometimes we wear gloves when we do seafood and stuff. But all right, so that looks awesome. Doesn't it look good? You got your oats in there. That's good for you. You got your celery in there. It's good for you. You got all leftover scraps of bread, you know, that you're going to throw away. You just kind of pound that down a little bit. Now, it all depends how spicy you like your stuff. We're going to throw a little bit more Worcestershire in there, okay? All right. Now, this is a great meal. You got kids, you're taking them to school, you're taking them to work. You put that in there, okay? You're going to let this cook. I also have, you know, my little thermometer to check it out later. But this will be ready by the time you come home. You put it on low, you put it on a high. Depends how long you're going to be. I'm going to put mine on high. So, you know, take about 5 hours or so. Let me see, it's 11 o'clock now. It'll be ready about 4:30. Then what we're going to do is I have ketchup, okay, in a big can. You're going to top this off with ketchup. Now, some of you might be like, ketchup on a meatloaf. I'm telling you, this is just unbelievable how this is going to taste. It doesn't even taste like ketchup. So you put it on there. All right, there we go. And then we're gonna load this up. Now I just eyed it out. This is the big can that the restaurants own. You can buy them single pack at your local, you know, big box store, or you know, once you make an account with a food supplier, whole food supplier, wholesale, you can get them in a case of 6, or depends on how much you eat ketchup, how much you like ketchup. Now that's going to soak in, okay? All right. So this meatloaf is going to be one of the best meatloafs for about, you know, depending on how much the beef cost you, okay? It's going to feed a family of 4, okay? Later on, I had some bow tie pasta and a can of corn. So just like that, you're done. I mean, that didn't take long at all. It probably took about 9 minutes or so to put together, and took 9 minutes because I'm explaining everything. So we're going to turn that on high. Let's see here. Throw that guy in there. She's on high. And that is going to be one delicious meal. And all those cups I told you about, I'm going to rewash them, and I'm going to use them again. And I'm going to save money. So I have that on high. It's going to bubble up, and it's going to taste really good. It makes essence in there. The key is you have the lid on. You don't want to keep taking the lid off and checking it out.